Hey, Daisy, are you there? What do you think you're doing missing New Year's with the family? You should be at my parents' house with the rest of us. Happy New Year's to you too, Lily. I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it over to the house. I'm sure you heard from your brother, but something very important came up for me and I wasn't able to go. What could possibly be more important than spending New Year's Eve with family? I'm sorry, but I had to work. In fact, I know a lot of people who had to work through the holiday. I know that some people have to work through the holidays, but why would someone who doesn't even have a college degree like you need to? What kind of job could you possibly have that wouldn't give you the day off today? I mean, I don't think my level of education matters. Lots of places stay open for the new year. But if you really want to know, I'm in charge of a big project in the office and I had some work I needed to get done on it. You really expect me to believe that you're in charge of anything? Why don't you just stop with all these excuses already and come back home? It really is just unacceptable that you're not here to help us celebrate right now. I really don't know why we always have to do things like this, Lily, especially after we've talked about this before. But I really don't like the way that you always harp on the fact that I didn't go to college. You always use that as a way to look down on me, and I really don't appreciate it. I mean, do you realize that I'm sending your parents, and by extension you, $1,500 a month? What are you talking about? I know that that money doesn't come from you. Obviously, that money that I use to pay for my school comes from my brother. How dare you even try to take credit for that? What's the matter with you? Are you serious? Is that really what you think? I know it, actually, and I know that you don't make enough to be sending that kind of money. So how about you just stop making all of these excuses and get over here already? Don't you realize how disrespectful you're being by not being here?
Daisy, are you there? I really am so sorry about what my sister was lying to you. I tried to explain to her about why you wouldn't be able to come, but I guess even my parents were calling you.
That's right. I actually wasn't able to get any work done thanks to them.
You mean they were calling and messaging you that much?
That's right. I finally had to mute both of them because my phone wouldn't stop going off. I'm sorry, but I really just don't want to talk about this until you get home.
I understand, but still, I just wanted to say how sorry I am for my family. I really did try to make them understand, but nobody listened to what I had to say.
Well, then you can't blame yourself for that. Besides, it was mostly just your sister making fun of me for not going to college. She was bragging about how everyone in your family went to such fancy colleges. And then was going on about how I'll never be able to find a good job with no degree.
I really just don't get Lily sometimes. She just has such outdated views of people that don't seem to change no matter what. Honestly, it probably would have been best if I stayed at home with you and didn't bother coming here.
Oh, what are you talking about? Of course you shouldn't have done that. Your parents love you very much, and I know that if you didn't go, it would hurt them a lot. I'm just sorry that your sister and I can't seem to get along no matter what I try.
Well, I'm starting to reach the limits of patience with her as well. I mean, we make sure that you and I are there for every other family event. So, I don't get why she has to treat you this way for missing one little day, especially when you have work that you need to do.
No, but well, I wish we could have been together today, but we're always so busy and our schedules never match up.
I know, and even when we do have time off together, we always end up spending it visiting my family. I think I'll have to try talking to Lily one more time about this. She can't keep behaving this way and thinking that she can get away with it.
Well, I really am grateful for how upset you're being on my account. In fact, that's really all I care about with all of this.
Of course I'm mad about this. You're my wife, and my sister shouldn't be allowed to look down at you like this. Especially since you do so much for her by paying for her school. I've explained this to Lily over and over again, but she thinks I'm just making excuses for you.
Well, I suppose she has it in her head that there's no way someone who doesn't have a college degree could send money like I do every month. But she also has no idea that I make over $100,000 a year.
I know, and I have tried to tell my family the situation over and over again, but I think if they won't listen, then I'll have to tell them I'm never visiting home again. Because I don't want to be around so-called family if all they're going to do is either make fun of you or not stand up for you.
Are you really sure that you want to do this?
Of course I'm sure. If they're not going to change, then we need to do something. Besides, I want to be able to spend the time that we have off together. I'll talk to my work and try to arrange it so that I can take some time off and you and I can be together.
If you're really sure about this, then I'll try and get my work done quickly too. Then hopefully we can match up these days that we'll take off together.
Perfect. In fact, tomorrow, why don't I take you out for a nice New Year's date?
What have you done? John just messaged me and said that he wasn't going to be coming over. He said that he was never going to be coming to visit home again. You mean he really did it? Oh, here I thought he might still go. But wow, well, at least I know that John really knows how to keep his word. What are you talking about? This is the worst. Do you have any idea how much this is going to crush my parents? My brother can't just cancel on us like this out of the blue. This is going to ruin the whole holiday. Well, I don't know why you're talking to me about this. It sounds like you should be talking to your brother. After all, did you even ask him why it is that he wouldn't be going this year? Of course I asked him why he was doing this to us. He told me it was because you don't like how I teased you about not going to college. And he said that you two already spend enough time out of the year visiting home. You did actually hear the reason, but I take it that wasn't enough to convince you? Do I seem convinced to you? My brother isn't going to be home this New Year's Eve because you don't like a little teasing. Well, it's not my fault that a failure like you married into a family full of so many accomplished people. You need to grow a thicker skin. You really just don't learn at all, do you? And I have no idea what John was talking about with coming home too often. We're a family. We should be together as much as possible. John doesn't live at home anymore, so it's only natural that he should be spending all of his time off coming to visit us here. And do you have any idea just how expensive it is having to travel to visit your parents so often in a single year? How much we spend on eating out and gifts and all that? By the time you account for a trip there and back for the two of us, airfare alone is usually around $1,500. And so what? Who cares about how much it costs to see family? That should be nothing, especially since John works for such a huge company. What do you mean by that? Wait a second. I know what's going on here. This is all a part of a plan of yours to prevent him from ever coming home again. You're mad that John is spending his money on visiting his family and not on you. That's why you're trying to keep him from visiting us. Well, I am not going to let you get away with this. You can mark my words. I really don't even know what to say to any of that. You think you can just use my brother for his money? Well, you've got another thing coming. I can tell you that much. He should have never married a woman like you. You're just trying to rob him blind. Wow, you have really taken this whole thing to another level. But I'll have you know that I was the one shelling out the money for all of the visits home. That's a lie, and we both know it. I know you could never manage to do something like that. You just keep calling John's money your money. But you didn't earn it, and so it's not yours. I won't let you keep leeching off my brother. You won't ever lay another finger on a penny of his again. You really think that I'm a parasite on your brother? Is that really how you see things? Of course. Who else would I be talking about? You didn't go to college. You only have a high school diploma, and yet you talk as though you're the one that pays for anything. You're nothing but my brother's gold-digging wife, and don't forget it. You won't get away with this. Okay, Lily, I really think that you need to calm down right now. In fact, I think that you might be confused about a lot of what goes on between your brother and I haven't gotten anything wrong at all, and I am not going to listen to your lies. I'm not lying when I say that I work very hard and contribute a lot to your parents and you. As for John not going to see you all this year, that was his own decision. I never asked him to do that at all. He came up with that all by himself. No, you're lying to me. You're always lying to me. I know that you're nothing but a gold digger. I'll never listen to the lies of a bottom feeder like you. But if you're not going to own up to the truth, I'll have to take matters into my own hands to save my brother. And just what are you trying to save him from? You, of course. I'm trying to save him from you, and I'll do that by convincing him to divorce you. I'll make him see that you're nothing but a leech and convince him to leave you far behind where you can't take advantage of him anymore. Okay, Lily, now this is really just getting to be ridiculous. I know that I've got you scared now. You can't even defend yourself. And soon you'll have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. After all, I know that the town hall accepts divorce paperwork year-round with no days off. Wait a second. What do you mean? How are you supposed to divorce John and I? Oh, you poor stupid little thing. You see, I already sent out the divorce papers 35 minutes ago. You and my brother are already done. It's only a matter of time before he realizes that he doesn't need you anymore. Hold on a second, are you serious? Of course I'm serious. And now that you know that you and my brother are no longer married, I want you to pack up your things and leave. After all, I don't care where you end up since I get all the money I need from my brother anyways. You've always been a dead weight around here. Okay then, but I guess this means I'll stop paying for your schooling. What are you talking about? I'm talking about how I'm really at my limit with you, Lily. You keep making fun of me and disrespecting me. And now you're even saying that you've submitted paperwork to divorce me from your brother? I just don't see why I should show you any more patience after all of this. Oh, please. And what could someone like you even do, huh? I know it's my brother who sends my parents and I money. You can't threaten me with that. Especially since you and my brother are divorced now, remember? So now there's really nothing you can do. You really need to learn to stop getting so far ahead of yourself. I'll have you know that I already told John about what you've done, and he's talking to the county courthouse right now. Then he's coming back home. Wait, what? What do you mean? I mean that I really don't think you have any idea at all just how lucky you are. Not just you, but your parents as well. But all that is going to come to an end. And I don't care how much you cry to me about it. Nothing is going to change my mind. You can't do this to me. It's not fair. I had no idea that you were the one sending my family money this whole time. But it's already been a week since we normally get the money, and it still hasn't come. You have to send us the money right away. What do you think you're doing talking to me like this, Lily? Better yet, why are you coming to me about this when it's been John sending you the money? You should go and talk to your brother about this, not me. I tried. I messaged him and he told me that he was never ever sending us money in the first place. He told me that this whole time it was you sending us the money. Oh, really? And you actually believed what he had to tell you about that? Because this isn't the first time that he's said this and you just never listened to him. That's because I really thought that he was lying. I thought that he was just giving you credit for everything. But now John won't even answer me anymore. Please, you're all that I have left. I don't have anyone else who I can come to for help. Give me a break, Lily. I thought I told you to leave Daisy and I alone. You brag so much about getting to go to your niece's school, but you hardly have the brains to show for it. Wait a second. Is this John? Of course it is, and I told you that I was going to block you on everything. Not only that, but I told you that Daisy won't be sending you any more money. So how about you just leave us alone already? We're not in the mood to listen to you whine to us. In fact, I'm going to tell Daisy to block you too. Wait, you can't do this to me. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. Please don't block me. I just really need this money. You have to understand. I really did think that it was my brother sending money to us this whole time. How am I supposed to pay for school without your help now? I don't care, and it isn't my problem, so quit bothering us with this. Even if she did choose to forgive you, I still wouldn't send you any more money. You aren't serious, are you? You wouldn't really do that to us, right? But please, John, you have to know that I really had no idea it was Daisy that was sending the money. But if she doesn't keep sending it, then I won't be able to graduate. I mean, I knew that she worked for some big company or something, but I thought she was just a nobody. I had no idea she could afford to send so much money to us. But I really had no idea about any of this at all. But the money always came in through someone's credit card, and I just always thought it was yours. You mean all of my plans have come to nothing? After giving Lily a piece of his mind, John blocked her on every single thing we could think of. Later, I heard through the grapevine that Lily asked her school to allow her a break in her schooling so that she could raise money to continue her degree. Meanwhile, her parents were freaking out since John's decided to stop talking to his parents as well. His parents were furious at Lily for effectively ruining the relationship between her brother and her parents. They demanded that if she was going to be living with them, that she would need to find a job and contribute to the household. I heard that because of all the hours of work Lily had to do, she was forced to drop out of her program. In fact, I've heard that Lily and her parents have all become recluses, Lily only leaving the house to go to work and come back. As for John and I, although it was tough for him to cut off communication from his family, he always said that it was his decision and he was glad that he made it. Thankfully, without as many visits to his parents' house, we've been able to spend much more quality time together. It had been an issue for us for so long that to have it suddenly solved was almost surprising. But we have been making the most of our newfound time together and always trying to make sure that we do something fun. I think that John has come a long way in coming to terms with his decision, and I think we're all finally starting to act like our old selves again. And having the extra money from not doing as much traveling and sending money doesn't hurt either.
Emily, I have a business trip next week. I need to get ready later today because I'm gonna leave early in the morning.
Oh, John, really? I can't believe you're leaving again.
What do you mean again? Are you complaining about me being out for a business trip? It's my job. I can't change it.
I understand that. But it doesn't really matter how many business trips you have. It's always too much.
No, it's not.
But you're always out for a business trip. You didn't change the department you work at or a company itself. It's so weird you go for a business trip all of a sudden.
It's normal to have unplanned business trips. I don't schedule them myself.
Yes, I understand that too. I also remember that before, you told me that there are not so many business trips at your work, so it's not that tough, didn't you? I don't understand why all of a sudden a department which does not have so many obligations all of a sudden increases a number of business trips.
Oh, okay, I see how it goes. You're a housewife, that's why you make such conclusions. You don't understand.
Oh, I am a housewife right now, but I used to be a full-time employee for 3 years after I graduated from university before we got married.
Exactly, that's what I mean. It used to be like that a long time ago. It's different now.
Well, that was not that long ago. We got married 2 years ago.
But it depends on the company. Rules are different in different companies. My company is like that.
Well, yes, probably you are right. Rules are different in different companies.
Exactly. It's absolutely impossible that the content of work is the same in each company. Sometimes the amount of business trips can increase.
Well...
It seems like you still don't understand. Maybe you think I'm lying to you.
Well, I don't think that you lie. I just think that it's a little bit strange.
So it means that you don't believe me.
I'm sorry.
Maybe you lied to me about something. Or maybe you feel guilty about something.
Guilty? What do you mean? I don't feel guilty about anything. So you suspect me of lying to you?
I'm telling you, you behave really strange. You suspect me of something as you try to find something so you can blame me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I wish things are good at your work. I really do. Good luck, and I'm really sorry once again. Hey, John. I need to ask you something.
Oh no. Why didn't you ask me before I leave? I'm at work now. Okay. Ask me, but quickly.
Well, if you answer me the truth, I won't need much time.
Why are you talking to me like that?
Okay, so that's why. Please answer me the truth, okay? When I was preparing your clothes for a business trip for doing laundry, I took your things from a suitcase and I saw earrings which are not mine. How can you explain it to me?
Earnings?
Yes, my dear husband. Earrings! You don't wear them, do you? And those were definitely not mine. So I'm asking here, whose earrings were those?
Well,
can you explain it to me, please?
oh, it was a present for you.
Oh, really? You think you can use such a lie?
It's not a lie. I found them at a local jewelry store and I immediately thought about you, Emily. They will suit you perfectly.
Okay then. So why were they unwrapped in your suitcase? If it's a present, they shouldn't be open like that, don't you think? You put a ribbon or something like that. But they were laying in your suitcase without anything.
No, really, I was planning to wrap them, but then I realized that I want you to try them on first.
Oh, okay. Can you please stop lying to me? First, I thought that those could be your colleagues, but in this case, you shouldn't have lied to me and be so scared. Do you have an affair, so she left them in your suitcase?
No, what are you talking about? Oh, I almost forgot. These are my sisters. I stopped by her house when I was on my way home, so probably they fell into my suitcase.
Oh, really? Does your sister wear earrings like that? I remember her wearing more simple items. It doesn't look like her, really.
Oh, Emily, you people's tastes change sometimes.
Okay, I got it. Next time I see her, I return them to her.
Okay, I need to go now.
Sure. Good luck. Hey, John. What time will you be back home? Later than usual today?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. I have a business trip today. I won't come home.
Are you joking? You simply don't have enough clothes for a business trip.
Don't worry, I have enough clothes. Otherwise, I can always buy something.
That is so weird. I was told that you would have a business trip in several months, and now again you are leaving all of a sudden?
Well, my boss has decided it today. What can I do? That's my company's policy, believe it or not. Show some appreciation here. I am the one who provides our family with everything.
Yes, you are right. I'm sorry. So where are you going this time?
To Washington.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to Pennsylvania again to pop into your sister's house because you took the earrings. I left them in the living room, but I don't see them now.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to Pennsylvania. And why did you decide that I take them? I don't know where they are. Forget about them.
How can I forget? Every time I'm asking you about something, you become more and more annoyed.
So don't ask me anymore.
Oh, you definitely have an affair.
Oh, the fact that you're still doubting me makes me uncomfortable. I told you, I don't have an affair.
Yes, you do. Your trips to Pennsylvania and Washington, they are all lies.
Okay, in this case, can you please leave my house? Yes, you hear me. You don't show any appreciation or respect. I work for both of us, and you have nobody to help you but me. Your parents died, you don't work. You either say sorry for all your doubts or you leave.
Okay, I'll leave then.
What did you say?
You heard me.
What do you mean?
You just told it by yourself. Oh, I actually feel such a relief now, because I literally didn't know how to tell you. So I'm very glad you told it by yourself.
And what are you gonna do?
It's not your business anymore. We are getting divorced, right?
Divorce?
Yes, as far as I am living, we are getting divorced. And we'll be total strangers then. You don't care, do you?
Well, no, I don't.
Oh, perfect. Such a relief, actually. And I am glad I finally will be away from your parents. They were very annoying about us having kids.
Oh, that's how you thought about my parents?
I told you from the very beginning about kids and your parents said okay. Nowadays, some couples live without kids. And then when we got married, they kept saying that they would love to have grandchildren.
They changed their mind.
And I didn't, because you go to your business trips too often, not letting me know in advance. You blame me of accusing you, and yet I am 100% sure you have an affair. You always complain about the way I cook, do laundry. I am tired of all of that. Why don't you just say it clearly?
I'm not lying. I don't have affairs.
Okay, I trust you. I got it. But anyway, It's a good thing we sealed about our divorce mutually. I will leave you a divorce petition so you will have to sign it.
Okay, fine. But just to let you know, if I see you or your clothes when I return, I get rid of it immediately.
Okay. Okay, don't you worry. Hey, John, can you please calm down your parents?
Don't you understand? I'm in the middle of work? What has happened?
They are arguing with me.
Arguing about what?
They came to our house. They're asking me how could I initiate our divorce, blaming me. But I have nothing to do with that. It was your decision.
No, it wasn't mine.
What are you talking about? It was you who told me to get out of our house.
But you were the first one who mentioned the divorce.
You didn't tell your parents that it was my idea, did you?
Yes, I did. That's exactly what I told them. 'Cause it was definitely your idea.
Oh, you are such a... They're blaming me that I didn't want to have kids. And that's why I used an excuse that I couldn't. But it's not true.
By the way, you know that you are going to pay for all the fees for our divorce, 'cause you are the part who signed the divorce petition first.
Oh, you are definitely wrong here. You will pay all the fees and penalties cause they are paid by the part who was the reason of the divorce. In this case, it's you.
Oh no, it's you who's going to pay for all the moral compensation for my stress about the divorce.
I will get all of the compensation money.
Consultation? What do you mean?
I know everything about your affair.
Oh, again. Ugh. What do you know?
It's useless now to play a fool. I got all the information about you having an affair a long time ago.
Oh, don't be foolish. What can you know? You're not a working housewife. How can you even talk about things like that?
Okay, if you want to think like that, it's your choice. You will understand everything pretty soon.
I'm sorry. Are you threatening me?
No. You'll know everything soon enough. Okay, I must go now. Want to be polite with your parents. Somebody needs to be polite in this family.
Emily, I'm sorry. My parents won't disturb you anymore with all these conversations about kids. I'm really sorry. Can you please return?
Return? What do you mean? You received all of the official divorce registration papers, didn't you? So what do you want from me now? We are strangers. I don't want to know you anymore. Why do you want me to return all of a sudden? Is that because my lawyer was there? Oh, so he explained to you how much you're gonna pay, didn't he?
Well, he did.
Oh, I told you that, remember? But you didn't want to take it for a serious cause because I am a housewife. You underestimated me. Didn't you realize what happened to cheaters like you? If you didn't, I'm really sorry for you.
Well, I knew you suspected me, but I wasn't sure you knew everything. How come you hired a detective? A housewife cannot afford this.
A housewife probably cannot, but I started work since last month.
How? Why didn't you tell me anything? Where did you get the money for that? You just started working last month.
Well, I saved some money when I was living alone before our marriage. I didn't buy all the fashionable clothes, so I was able to save some money when I worked. Also, your sister helped me out.
My sister? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, she supported me a lot. I contacted her so she gave me some information about your affair. And, of course, she was very surprised about the earrings. You were talking too much, John. You thought she was on your side, but obviously, she wasn't.
Damn it!
Oh, I'm sorry. You were too naive. So I got all of the evidence from the detective and your sister, and provided my lawyer with all of the information.
But $30,000 is way too much. I don't have this money to pay you.
Oh, don't you? You've been seeing this woman for such a long time, even before we got married, so our marriage was all a lie. You both work in a big company and earn enough to pay. I put together all the information both your sister and the detective gave to me. And all of your business trips too were a lie, because I checked with your company.
What?
Yes, I sent them several emails and they kindly replied to me. You didn't go to any business trips.
Oh no! Tell me you're joking. You couldn't do that to me.
Oh, poor John. How could you do that to me?
Oh, you are a low-class woman. How will I work there now and pay you back?
I don't really care. Even if you quit, the amount of money you need to pay me back is gonna be the same. And typically, low-class men can say things like that about women. By the way, it seems like your parents and your sister don't want to talk to you anymore.
How do you know this?
Well, your sister told me that her ex-boyfriend cheated on her, so she can't stand men like that. And when she told everything to your parents, they didn't support you either. Anyway, it's better if you ask them. I must go now.
What about us?
Us? There's no us anymore, John. Goodbye. And pay all the money you owe me. By one payment.
That's impossible. I can't pay you all at once.
Yes, you can. You do earn enough. Good luck with that.
Wait, Emily.
I blocked 3 of them, except my sister-in-law. After that, I entrust everything to my lawyer. Poor John. He had to quit his job because everybody knew them. And so did she. And now they are working part-time to somehow afford their living. His parents don't support him anymore, and his sister doesn't even want to talk to him. I returned to a full-time work at the office. I still connect with John's sister, and I am very grateful she helped me with a divorce. So now, I am ready to help her whenever she needs me.